Once in the 100-acre wood, a delightful group of friends lived together, including a sweet little bear named Winnie the Pooh. Pooh was a lovable, honey-loving bear with a heart as big as the sun and an imagination that knew no bounds. He spent most of his days in the woods, seeking honey and exploring new adventures. One morning, Pooh woke up with a curious twinkle in his eyes. He had a dream the night before about a hidden treasure deep within the woods. Eager to embark on a grand adventure, he called upon his best friends, Christopher Robin, Piglet, Tigger, Eeyore, and Rabbit, to join him on this exciting quest. Winnie the Pooh and his friends were gathered at their favorite spot, under the wise old oak tree. Pooh shared his last night dream with them. They all listened intently, their imaginations sparked, and their hearts filled with the prospect of a thrilling journey. "Let's go on an extraordinary journey," said Pooh, rubbing his honey-filled belly, "something we've never done before." Eagerly, the friends huddled together to decide their quest. Rabbit suggested a race, Owl proposed a treasure hunt, and Piglet timidly suggested exploring the mysterious cave on the far side of the wood. But it was Tigger who came up with the most exciting idea of all, to find the fabled Honey Mountain, where honey flowed like rivers and bees sang sweet melodies. Excitement filled the air, and with Tigger leading the way, the friends set off on their grand adventure. Through the tall grass, over babbling brooks, and under the rustling leaves they went, laughing and singing as they went along. After hours of wandering, they reached a dense part of the forest. They noticed that the sun had begun its descent, and the woods grew darker. Tigger, determined to keep their spirits high, bounced around with enthusiasm, but the others felt a little anxious. "I'm scared of the dark," whispered Piglet, clutching his scarf tightly. "Don't worry, little buddy," reassured Pooh, taking Piglet's hand. "We're in this together and we'll find Honey Mountain soon." Just as they were about to continue, they heard a distant howl. It was the growl of heffalumps and woozles, creatures rumored to be mischievous and dangerous. The friends huddled together for safety, and Rabbit, always the pragmatic one, devised a plan to scare them away. They managed to divert the heffalumps and woozles with some clever tricks, but they were left feeling disoriented and lost. Tigger, usually the most confident, was unusually quiet. Doubt clouded his mind, wondering if he had made a mistake in leading them. "We shouldn't have followed my idea," Tigger said with a heavy heart. "I thought I knew the way, but now we're lost." Pooh looked around at his friends, all tired and frightened, and his heart swelled with compassion. "Being lost is just an opportunity to find something new," he said with a smile. "Maybe we'll find something even better than Honey Mountain." With Pooh's wise words, the friends gathered their courage and continued their journey. They encountered numerous obstacles, rickety bridges, tangled vines, and even a thunderstorm, but they faced each challenge together, supporting one another through thick and thin. After what felt like an eternity, they stumbled upon a clearing, and there in the center was a magnificent tree with golden leaves that shimmered in the sunlight. Underneath the tree was a vast field filled with flowers of all colors. "Look!" shouted Piglet. "This place is beautiful." "This might not be Honey Mountain," said Owl, "but it is a remarkable discovery indeed." Tigger hopped around in excitement, realizing that the journey had led them to something far more valuable than honey. They had found true friendship and the beauty of nature. As they explored the wondrous field, they noticed a small beehive hanging from one of the tree branches. The bees were buzzing contentedly, and the sight of it reminded Pooh of his love for honey. Maybe we don't need a whole mountain of honey," Pooh mused. "A little jar from this hive would be enough to satisfy my cravings." Tigger, who had learned the importance of balance and sharing, chuckled and said, "And it'll leave some honey for the bees, too." And so, they took a little honey from the hive, just enough for a jar each, and left the rest for the bees. They had found not just the sweetness of honey, but also the sweetness of friendship, cooperation, and the joys of exploration. With hearts full of gratitude and contentment, the friends made their way back to the 100-acre wood. They knew that their grand adventure had been a success, not because they found Honey Mountain, but because they found something much more precious, the magic of the journey itself and the bond between friends that grew stronger with each step. From that day forward, the friends gathered under the wise old oak tree more often, sharing stories of their adventures, real and imagined. And whenever they felt lost or unsure, they would remember the grand adventure that led them to the golden field and the sweet discovery that sometimes the most beautiful things in life are found when we least expect them. And so, life in the 100-acre wood continued, filled with love, laughter, and the promise of many more grand adventures yet to come. Don't miss out on the next tale that will leave you spellbound. Hit that subscribe button and let the storytelling magic begin.